back to Let's Talk. This is me, your trainer, Meera. Alright, like you can see, we have someone here and meet him. His name is Coco. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. Why? Because we usually know human body parts, but when it comes to dogs, we are a little confused that, you know what, I saw a dog and he had a patch here, but we call it a nose. Guess what? Dogs have different body parts. They have shoulders and chest and belly, but they have so much more that we don't. And Coco here will help us tell what is exactly what part. So, let's go quickly and learn a little bit more about Coco. So, like we can see, now these are whiskers. These are small, thin hair that even a cat has, but a dog has very, very less, very scanty and very thin. So what are these called? They're called whiskers, right? And do you know what whiskers help them do? Whiskers are like their GPS tracking system where they can track themselves at night and they can see in the dark with the help of whiskers. It's mostly the airflow and the things around them. It's the whiskers that help them navigate in the dark. All right, moving on from whiskers, this area, which is a little next to its whiskers, is his cheek, right? And then, as we all know, this tiny little cute thing is his nose. And just above the nose, this area, let me just point it out, is called a muzzle. All right? And it's exactly above the nose. That area is called a muzzle. Did you know that dogs can actually smell feelings of that of humans around them? Maybe you are really, really sweating and the dog will get to know that probably you are nervous or you are scared. All right, moving on from muzzle. Next up we have eyes. Well, I'm not going to name it or tag it here because all of us know that. But did you know that Coco here, just like other dogs, can see different colors? A little less than human beings. Black, white, blue and yellow are the colors dogs can actually see. Did you know that? Well, now you know. Moving on, we have something called as this area. It's basically a nape. Okay, and this just above the eyes is called a stop. So I'm going to try and write here. All right, so that's a stop, that's a nape, which is a little above the forehead area, and then he has a crest here. Crest is also a neck. All right, so we are slowly moving from whiskers and down. All right, now that's a crest and his neck. Well, here, this area is called withers. Withers. Sometimes when you see dogs shivering, sometimes their withers shake, all right? And that is why probably they're a little scared, a little anxious, and that's why they have their withers are a little shaky. They shiver, right? Moving on from withers, this area is called back. Just the way we have our back, so do they, right? And this whole area is chest right over here. And this is called a rump. And rump is placed exactly above and before tail set, right? So this over here is called a tail set and this is his tail. We see a lot of dogs, and when we go and meet them, especially if they are their friends or you've been with these dogs for a long time, and they usually start wagging their tail really fast, and that actually is a sign that the dog is excited and super, super happy. You must have also seen sometimes that dogs just move around in circles before they go off to sleep. And do you know why that happens? Well, that happens because they're making a comfortable area or a bedding area, and it is a little warm for them to sleep very, very cozily. All right, moving from tail. Now this area is his thigh. All right. I'm going to try and name it here. Okay. Now that is his thigh area. Can you see it? Okay, this is his thigh. Now moving on from thigh, this will be his belly, correct? When you combine both of these feet, they're basically hind feet. Now feet is basically the plural form for foot. And as you can see, these both are hind feet, but now this area which is actually placed on the ground is called a paw, right? Which I have drawn right here. So let me quickly name it. Dogs actually have their sweat glands in their paws, and that is why they like to keep them wet. So they would go and walk in puddles and they would keep it wet so that it cools them down, and that's a paw. These will be the nails that he has over here are basically his claws, all right? So I'm going to name them here. Claws, okay? Moving on from hind feet, we're going to move to forefeet, okay? Now, what all are we going to learn when it comes to this area? Well, now this is his wrist. This right here will be his wrist area, and this is actually his elbow. Right here. And this, where it's a little hard over here, that area is called pasterns. What is it called? Pasterns. Okay, it's right behind the paw and the actual foot, the claw. There is a hard section where he can stop, and when he sits, it doesn't hurt him that much. That's basically his pasterns. Similarly, on this side, there is something called as hock, which is here. Now, exactly here is that hard section, which is here. In the hind feet, it's here, and that's called a hock, like I said. Well, now this is his wrist, pasterns, elbow, and these are, here he has shoulders. This side, these are his shoulders, and then this is his these are his forefeet. Well, and this is his forearm. Right? So this is a little bit about Coco and a little bit about the dogs that we usually go end up petting, or we end up feeding, we end up loving them and hugging them. But I just thought that you should know a little bit more about them, and properly, right? So apart from this, is there anything that you want to tell me? Do tell me in the comment section, especially if you have a pet dog. Do write to me in the comment section. I would be really, really eager to know about them. Any fun facts are most welcomed. All right? Well, that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you have learned something new today. I will be back really soon with another interesting topic. Make sure that you're smiling, you spread love. I will see you very soon. This is me, Meera, signing off for the day, guys. Bye.